Welcome to Iowa City in Focus. I'm your host, Katie Roche. Spring is finally here, and on today's show, we'll find out what Iowa City residents are most looking forward to this summer. City Manager Tom Marcus will investigate how Iowa City deals with winter road damage like potholes, and he'll get us a preview of all the great summer activities being offered through Parks and Rec. But first, we focus on the University Neighborhood Partnership, a cooperative effort of the City of Iowa City and the University of Iowa. Let's find out how this great project is creating affordable home ownership options in the neighborhoods surrounding the University of Iowa campus.
Hello, my name is Steve Long, and I'm the Community Development Coordinator for the City of Iowa City. Part of my job responsibilities is assisting with the University Neighborhood Partnership Program. And the University Neighborhood Partnership Program is a joint venture between the University of Iowa and the City of Iowa City to create a healthy balance of owner-occupied and rental properties in areas close to campus and close to downtown, and also to encourage people to live closer to where they work.
Hi, my name is Sarah Walls, and I'm an associate planner with the City of Iowa City. And part of the time I work with the University Neighborhood Partnership, which is a program that came about as a result of a few different planning initiatives. Those plans all ask for a partnership between the university and the City of Iowa City to deal with some issues that were happening in the neighborhood, some problems with over-occupancy, properties being run down, and also a desire for the university to have the neighborhoods around the campus look better and be something that they could market as they were recruiting faculty and students to the university. The program that we're working on right now, this is sort of a kickstart to the university. The overall university program is affordable housing. That's the first component in the plan. And with that, we received a grant from iJobs. It's a state program. We have $50,000 per home to renovate houses, and it runs over the course of 2 years, so the funding will run out at the end of 2011. We hope to have purchased and renovated 25 homes within those designated areas, homes that were either principally rental properties or that were at risk of going rental in neighborhoods where there was an imbalance between renter to owner. And the goal is to renovate those homes and get them in the hands of people who meet the affordability guidelines, but also there's some preference given to people who work within those neighborhoods in the downtown or on campus.
My name is David Powers. I'm a housing rehabilitation specialist for the City of Iowa City. I go out and evaluate the homes before we buy them to determine whether or not they would be a good fit for the program.
We received a grant from the state, and they have certain income parameters. So for a household of 3 to 5, you can make no more than $71,500. So we look at that number and we work with the lending community to see what the maximum house value would be. And it's really, with good credit, it's about $190,000 max. So we're trying to keep the house values less than that. And our goal is to really have a nice spread. And currently we have houses available between $85,000 and $200,000. It's quite a spread.
To date, staff has toured approximately 100 homes to see whether or not they'd be a good fit. When I'm looking at a home, I have to determine whether or not it could feasibly be rehabbed and brought to a sellable condition underneath our budget of $50,000 per home. This would include evaluating the furnace, air conditioning, roofing, the flooring, everything, inside and out, all components of a home. We've experienced some challenging homes up to this point with floors that have been caving in and kitchen cabinets falling off of walls as we look at them. And it's been an interesting deal. All the homes that we've been looking at are rentals. Many of them have been rentals for 20, 30 years and are in some of them very rough condition.
This effort, initiated by the city because we're taking the mortgages to purchase the homes, was to jumpstart a program that hopefully, when the affordability component goes away, will be a standalone program that will advocate for these neighborhoods, that will promote them both for home ownership, but also for quality rentals, and will also possibly continue to provide down payment assistance and assistance for renovating homes within those designated areas, not necessarily tied to affordability standards, but in an attempt to encourage reinvestment and interest in those neighborhoods.
As we do the rehab on these homes, we've got partnerships with some of the local nonprofit organizations that work with us, one of which is the Friends of Historic Preservation Salvage Barn. They have donated some materials for some of our homes, tub and doors and some columns, things like that. And in turn, when we redo a exterior door or something like that, we donate it back to the salvage barn so they can resell it and it can be reused. When I'm preparing the spec list for work to be done, I have two priorities that I have to look at. One, obviously, is the structure of the home and the infrastructure, making sure that the electrical is sufficient, the plumbing is good, the furnace, the roof. What I try to do is to make sure that when a homeowner buys one of our houses, they're not going to be in a position to have to come up with a large sum of money to replace something within the next 5 to 10 years.
If you're employed by the University of Iowa, you might be interested to know that you can qualify for down payment assistance. And that assistance is in the form of a grant to assist you to write down the mortgage cost, essentially. For instance, we had a house recently sell for about $90,000, and we have a $5,000 minimum, so this person was able to receive $5,000 essentially a gift from the university, and they were thrilled. The person was a nurse at the university hospital, and I was able to walk to work. We have another case where a university employee just purchased a home for about $190,000, and they were able to receive 10%, about $19,000 towards the purchase price, which really helps make the home more affordable. If you're interested in applying, please visit the city's website or the city's Facebook page for more information.
What a great program. Now we're going to play a little game. Try to guess what place in Iowa City we'll be profiling later in the program by watching this short video full of clues. Did you figure out our mystery place? I'll be back with the answer in a few minutes, but first let's go to City Manager Tom Marcus, who's down at the Robert A. Lee Recreation Center, chatting with Bud Stockman about the springtime foes of the Streets Division, those pesky potholes and clogged drains.
Well, thanks, Katie. We just came out of a major snow season, and I have to congratulate you. First off, you and your crews did a marvelous job cleaning the streets and getting that snow out of the downtown. I watched most of that activity and was very impressed.
Why, thank you.
So what's next in terms of this spring? What's up and what are you going to be doing?
Well, it's like a typical any other spring. Potholes are the big thing, the freezing thawing, and that creates a lot of potholes. We have joints that are letting go. Pieces of curb that we bump into during the winter, plowing snow, we have to go out and inspect those. Sod, we do tear a lot of sod up because our plows do jump curbs and stuff. Mediums and stuff like that. So we have a list of stuff every year that we go back and we will take care of anything we have damaged or destroyed during the winter time.
So why don't you talk a little bit about the difference between cold patch and hot patch and what the difference is and when you apply it at different times of the season.
Okay, the cold patch is mainly done in the wintertime. It's a temporary patch versus the hot mix, which we do in the summer. We'll tear it out and put it back, and it's a permanent patch. The cold patch is just something we have to put in the potholes, just basically to protect us from anybody, falling in a hole or blowing tires or damaging vehicles. Right. So that is a temporary patch that we do all winter long. In the summertime, we do the permanent patch with hot mix.
Okay. Does your crew do any base repairs? The area below the actual paved surface, do you actually get in there and cut it out and do some base repairs on minor work or even more significant work?
We have two SMIT crews most of the summer that literally go out when a street fails. Heavy buses do tear up streets and stuff.
Right.
So we will go out, we will mark it, anything that's bad, we will literally saw it, cut it out, take it out totally, and if the base underneath is faulty, we will also dig down, put a new rock base under it, and then add new street back on top of it.
Okay. What about drains? We have these catch basins in the streets across the town, and we have a program here, I understand it's called Adopt a Drain. Mm-hmm. People can come out and help the crew a little bit. what in fact does that involve? And maybe you could describe what a drain is so people understand what it does and where it releases its stormwater to.
Yeah, over the city we have somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,000 to 2,500 drains. They range in variety from what we call a grate drain to a H2, which is an open throat where there's no grate there and it just runs off the street. The adopter drain is pretty well with the grates that, or the drains that have the grates on them. People can adopt these drains. You get a $20 sticker the city will furnish. You just call the street department and we will get you you will give us your address, and at that time we will find if there's a person in the neighborhood where you're at has already adopted, then it's been taken care of. Otherwise, we can get you a sticker. You put it on a garbage can, and anytime there's debris on this drain, you just put it in along with your regular garbage each week, and we will take care of that free of charge.
So you actually go in and with this Adopt a Drain program, an adjacent resident will come out and clean off the debris off the drain and make sure that it doesn't pond up and that it keeps flowing.
Yes, that's the reason for this, that it helps us out by, we can't be everywhere at once, so that if a person sees a drain being plugged, they have this sticker, then they just need to just peel the stuff off the top of the drain so the water can get away and put it in their can, and we will pick it up free of charge.
These are stormwater drains. Technically, we have what's referred to as a separated sewer system.
Yes.
So you have separate storm sewers and separate sanitary sewers.
Right.
These storm sewers are actually running into the receiving waters. Ultimately, they probably get into the channel of creeks that we have in the community, which then roll into our major receiving water, the Iowa River. And so when you look at a drain, you'll always see this little decal on the drain that has a fish on there. And that's kind of a cue to our public to be careful what they dump in the street, because all of that material is rolling into the drain and then eventually rolling into our water streams and potentially polluting our environment of the streams and the Iowa River.
Yes, they are. Usually these are the open, what we call an open drain is the ones that is a storm drain.
Right.
The other drains are called sanitary drains. They are usually sealed drains so that people aren't really dumping anything down
Correct.
in those drains.
That's right.
But like you said, the drains that we have a little fish on them, and that's to let people know that these are drains that will eventually get to creeks or rivers or what have you.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on the cable channel today and talking about some of the work that you and your crews do, and we appreciate all your hard work. Thanks,
Thank
Bob.
you very much.
You bet.
Thanks, Tom. Okay, so you might have guessed it, but our mystery place is the Iowa City Johnson County Senior Center, housed in the old Iowa City Post Office. You'll be surprised to find out about all of the activities that take place behind those doors. Emily Light took some time out of her busy schedule to enlighten us.
My name is Emily Light. I am the Community Outreach Specialist at the Iowa City Johnson County Senior Center. The Senior Center is a community center for people 50 and over. It's not residential, nobody lives in our building, but we offer classes, special events, activity groups and clubs, services, and volunteer opportunities for adults 50 and over. And people here participate in a wide range of activities, including the arts, music, dance, fitness, science and technology, literature, and almost anything you can think of. A typical day in the life, or sort of week in the life of the Senior Center, involves a lot of things and a lot of people. The Senior Center has over 1,300 members, and they're all active in different activities. So if you were to come in the morning, you would frequently see and hear the New Horizons Band practicing in our assembly room. They practice twice a week. It's a 70-person concert band comprised entirely of adults 50 and up. Aside from that, we have our Voices of Experience chorus, which also practices twice a week. In addition to all of those musical offerings, we have classes. Someone would come in for a painting class or an art history class, and someone might come in to just use the computer in the computer lab, log on to their email and share photos with their grandkids. And we have a library, which is sort of an informal reading room where members go between classes and borrow books and videos and just bring them back when they're done. It's a pretty informal system. Midday, every day, we have lunch served in the assembly room. The Senior Center offers free operational space to the Elder Services Agency to operate the nutrition program out of our kitchen. So the Senior Center offers free operational space in the kitchen, and they serve both congregate meals here at the Senior Center daily, and also from our kitchen they prepare Meals on Wheels that go out all over the county. In the afternoons, you'll typically find people in more classes and doing lots of sort of leisure activities. We have groups that participate in knitting or playing cards, playing pool, and watching movies and playing Nintendo Wii. So all kinds of things, something for everyone. The Senior Center is valuable to the community because it offers all kinds of opportunities for people to continue learning and continue staying, engaged in their community and interactive socially. It offers opportunities for people to stay active both with their body and their mind, and maintain independence throughout their lives and just maintain a social life as they age. The Senior Center is a division of the City of Iowa City, and the city provides approximately 75% of the Senior Center's operational budget. Additional funding comes from Johnson County. They've provided a grant of $75,000 each year, which makes up about 10% of our annual budget. And in addition, the Senior Center has participant cost-sharing programs such as membership fees, class fees, parking fees, and just various other fees, as well as donations that cover that remaining 15% of our operational budget. Membership is available to anyone age 50 and above, regardless of residency. Iowa City residents pay the lowest fee, it's $25 a year, and Johnson County residents who do not live in Iowa City pay a slightly higher fee, $40 a year, and those who want to join that live outside of Johnson County pay $60 a year. There are discounts available for family memberships, as well as a low-income discount that's available to anyone regardless of where they live. The mission of the Senior Center is to promote optimal aging among older adults by offering programs and services that promote wellness, social interaction, community engagement, and intellectual growth. The center serves the public through intergenerational programming and community outreach. So the Senior Center promotes optimal aging through its programming, which is the idea that each person ages differently and has their best way to grow older. And so the Senior Center aims to provide opportunities in all areas that help people continue to grow and expand their horizons as they each age.
Summer 10! My favorite field trip was we went to an art gallery downtown.
The best part about camp is you can meet new friends every day.
Yeah, plenty of friends, some new friends, and talk to some old friends too.
My favorite art project was making a puppet.
Pinatas, and we paper mache that you can just explore. Fun.
Create Iowa City Recreation Division Summer Camp.
Discover.
Welcome back to Iowa City in Focus. City Manager Tom Marcus is back down at the Robert A. Lee Recreation Center to get the lowdown on all of the great summertime offerings through the city's Recreation Division. Tom?
I'm back with Chad Dyson, our Superintendent of Recreation in the Department of Parks and Recreation. Chad's going to tell us a little bit about this year's summer rec program. He and his staff have been very busy trying to get ready for the summer season and provide the different programs for our children and adults throughout the community. So why don't you give us a little background about that, Chad?
Sure. Well, we have all our traditional programs we've been working on, our summer camps. This year we've changed up our camp a little bit to be a themed weekly program along with our arts camp that we've done for years. We also have our playground programs that are very popular that operate in the afternoons and early mornings at our various neighborhood playground sites. We're also working on our parties in the park, which run Tuesday and Thursday nights at most of our neighborhood parks, and those are a real good community outreach program where we get into the neighborhoods and we have music and games and other things like that. Then we also have our traditional youth sports programs that we work closely with all our major affiliate groups. Everything from boys baseball to Babe Ruth baseball, Iowa City Kickers soccer, Iowa City Eel Swim Club, and of course Iowa City Girls Softball. So if you have a youth who's interested in sports, that's the opportunity we have for you with that.
Okay, so do we actually provide the recreation coordination in addition to the fields?
We are more of facilitators. The affiliate groups sort of administer the programs. We serve as a liaison, or I do, in a capacity on their boards, but we primarily maintain and operate the facilities for them to run the sports programs.
So they provide their coaches? And
correct.
Do we do any training for these coaches?
We do. We do a coach certification program through the National Alliance for Youth Sports.
Great.
And it's a requirement for all the affiliate group coaches to participate in that.
That's wonderful, yeah. And I presume we have kind of a fair play approach to getting all the children involved so that they all get a chance to play?
Yeah, absolutely. All those programs are recreation-based. They're non-competitive format. So it's stressed heavily. Everybody plays.
Wonderful. And I understand we're going to do something different with the fees this year. There's something called the Twilight fee that we're working on.
Yeah, that's with the City Park Pool. This year we're going to try to stimulate some evening swim hours and try to really capture those users who want to come after dinner in the twilight hours, and we're going to give those people a little bit of a break, a little discount off the normal daily admission fee. So
maybe extend the users that we get out at the pools.
Right, exactly, yeah. Yep.
Great. We do have a major initiative going on this year with the Terry Trueblood Park expansion, and as you know, we received a Vision Iowa grant, I think, for about $1.6 million.
$1.6 million, correct.
And so maybe you can tell us how we're going to raise the rest of that
money.
Money.
Well, we're going after private fund donations for, we have to raise approximately $400,000 in addition for that grant. We are starting phase 2 construction of the project this April, as a matter of fact. So the project's moving along, and it's just a little background. It's a 200-acre park development on Sand Road, south side of town.
Right.
And it's going to be a really nice addition to our park system.
Right, and there's some trails throughout the area, and there's going to be like a lodge that's going to be built out there, and maybe a boathouse so that we can provide some boating opportunities. And recently the City Council passed a naming and gift policy, and hopefully that will help encourage some donors to come forward and make some significant donations to help us and maybe get some naming capabilities with some of these buildings as well. So,
absolutely.
We hope you have a good, safe recreation season this year, and our kids get out and enjoy our great park system here in Iowa City.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Chad.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Lauren Murphy, and I'm downtown Iowa City asking a few questions about what people are looking forward to the most this summer. I'm standing here with Jacob. Jacob, what are you looking forward to the most this summer?
Well, this summer I can't wait to have warm weather, finally be able to go frisbee golf, go to the reservoir, just hang out on the beach, go boating, golfing.
The Tree Festival that happens in the summer is a nice, there's a break for a while and things sort of peter down, and then the festival happens and there are readings again, and it's all, everyone's as excited as they were throughout the rest of the year, so that's really great.
What are you looking forward to the most this summer in Iowa City?
Probably the farmer's market. I really like getting my fresh vegetables every week.
I'm looking forward to some music and hanging out on the Ped Mall.
Alrighty, I'm standing here with Tom. Tom, what are you looking forward to the most this summer in Iowa City?
I don't know, just good weather, I can tell you that, Hopefully it's not too rainy, the sun's bright, but I like to stay outside and do activities out like Corville Lake and just hang out with my buddies and stuff, so that's about it.
This summer, I'm really looking forward to, since I live right in town, just a more relaxed atmosphere and being able to walk around and enjoy the restaurants and everything on my own time without classes.
Friday night dancing and music and the music festivals, Jazz Fest, Arts Fest, things like that.
I love to play the Finkbine golf course. And then I know there's the, is it a Pride rally? Sometimes they do it in summer. So for me, I think it's representative of what Iowa is in terms of the fact that isn't it one of the earliest states to have legalized gay marriage? So
Yeah, it's definitely one of the first. So
right. So I think it shows where the state is. So I'm looking forward to those things, and of course the warm weather, because I come from a country which is relatively warm. So even just the fact that it's summer, it's enough to get me hyper.
Thank you so much, Eche. So it's getting a lot warmer out, thankfully, and I was just wondering what you're most looking forward to this summer in Iowa City.
Oh, my kid's coming down. Come and live with me.
Really, where are they from?
I've got one in Colorado and one in Morrison, Iowa.
Well, I think they're really going to love Iowa City in the summer. It's definitely a great place to be.
I just love everybody here. They're so nice.
Do you live near a metal-grated storm drain that collects sticks and leaves after every rain? If so, you may be interested in applying to adopt the drain through Iowa City's Adopt a Drain program. Your obligation is simply to keep the debris off your adopted drain, checking it frequently, especially after storms. As a thank you, you'll receive a yard waste sticker good for free disposal of yard waste on your garbage day. For more information, call 356-5180 or visit iacgov.org.
We close out each show with a little Iowa City news you can use. Until next time. And thanks for tuning in to City Channel 4's original program, Iowa City in Focus.